We don't. Maybe you have no records. Maybe they didn't talk about Tucker's interview with Putin. But you know that's not the case. They've got something, right? We've got an interesting case regarding Tucker Carlson. And we just sued under FOIA the State Department for records about Tucker. And I described it briefly here in this quick video.
Hey everyone, is the Biden State Department messing with Tucker Carlson? Well, Judicial Watch just filed a federal FOIA lawsuit to find out. We had asked the State Department for records about Tucker earlier this year, and they've done nothing but stonewall, citing unusual circumstances to hide records from us. Well, obviously that's not lawful. That's why we're in federal court now. Now, Tucker has alleged, for instance, that the Biden administration was trying to mess with his efforts to interview Vladimir Putin. That interview took place earlier this year. We want to know why the State Department is willing to break FOIA law to hide records potentially about Tucker Carlson. And hopefully we'll find out through our new federal FOIA lawsuit.
So why is the State Department citing unusual circumstances? Well, that's unusual, right? And my understanding of unusual circumstances based on my experience is, oh, this has political ramifications. We don't want to give you the documents as we're supposed to under law. We filed the lawsuit against the State Department for all emails and diplomatic notes from the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, his deputy, Victoria Nuland, and other top department officials that reference the former Fox News host. And you can see the list of top officials. So we weren't asking for everyone's emails there. We wanted to know what the top leadership were saying about Tucker. And we asked for it in February. And I don't think, as I recall from the lawsuit, I mean, we weren't saying give us everything that you said for all time. I think it was only since the beginning of the year. So it was a very small subset of individuals we were asking records from, but also very limited time frame. So this is a pretty easy FOIA request, right? And so their first response was unusual circumstances, and then it was radio silence. And that's why we went to federal court to get access to this information. Now, Tucker's been in the news recently because he published an interview. He went to Moscow and had an interview with Vladimir Putin that was run on X, or Twitter, what many people know as Twitter. And it got a lot of attention. It was the first interview that Putin had been granted to a Western granted to a Western journalist since Russia invaded Ukraine. So it was a very interesting video for a lot of people, including United States government officials. Now, Tucker had alleged previously that the Biden administration was spying on him. The NSA was spying on him. He said he had it confirmed. Tucker was also otherwise saying that they were trying to interfere with his efforts to interview Putin, unsuccessfully so. Now, certainly the fact that the State Department has said that, quote, unusual circumstances delayed the processing of the request suggests that Tucker is onto something. But what are they hiding? This is what I ask. Why is the Biden State Department violating FOIA law to hide records on Tucker Carlson? Simple question. Simple lawsuit, simple question. Maybe you have no records. Maybe they didn't talk about Tucker's interview with Putin. But you know that's not the case. They've got something, right? So we'll see what we get. Again, this is why I love Judicial Watch, right? Because we are able to ask these questions. There's this public discussion of scandals and government abuses, and I can't tell you how often the media fails to follow up, or Congress fails to follow up, or maybe Congress asks a few questions and they really can't do anything about it because they can't sue, or they don't want to sue over it or pursue a subpoena over it. And it's Judicial Watch that comes to the rescue and tries to get the information and is able to get the information. So we'll see what we get related to Tucker, and I'll be sure to give you updates as warranted. So be sure to tune back here often. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.